Joining us right now is County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher. And Supervisor, thanks for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Once again, and you're here to talk about the latest on our COVID-19 situation. But first, want to get to your reaction to the rolling outages. The governor called the service disruptions earlier today unacceptable, but here they are. They're happening again. A lot of people not too happy about it. Supervisor, what do you have to say?
Well, it is frustrating in the sense of it just shouldn't be that hard. We routinely have heat waves that come through and figuring out how we ensure a reliable source of power. This is incredibly disruptive, and it's not that, people are at home and want to watch TV. There's folks who their power is their lifeline. You have individuals who depend on it for medical treatment. You have folks in really hot areas who need the air conditioning in order to be able to survive. Plus, you have a tremendous economic disruption. And so I hope they get to the bottom of the situation. And we need an energy grid and system that is reliable and predictable and can accommodate the fluctuations in the weather.
All right, and now let's get to coronavirus. For the past 6 days now, some positive momentum, right? The case rate in San Diego County below the level set by the state. And today the governor is saying we're going to be removed from the state's watch list tomorrow. What does this mean in terms of reopening schools and businesses?
Well, it's encouraging. I mean, the one thing it means is certainly over the course of the last month, San Diegans really came together, refocused. Obviously, there were some tightenings around indoor settings where we had seen the largest number of outbreaks and cases, and it successfully helped bring our numbers down. I think it's important to note, though, the goal is not to get off the state monitoring list. The goal is to stay off the state monitoring list. And so we can't lose our focus. We're not crossing a finish line in coming off the monitoring list. We're merely at a midpoint of what is a marathon in our response. What it means for schools is that if we come off tomorrow, then that starts a 14-day clock. And if we keep our numbers below the state guidance for 14 consecutive days once we're off, then schools can reopen at their own pace. Just comply with the safe reopening plans for schools, and they can do that if they choose to. Elementary schools are in the waiver process now, but there would be no waiver. For businesses, it doesn't mean anything at the present time. We've asked the state for guidance on businesses that had to close their indoor operations because they went on the monitoring list. If we come off, what does that mean? And the state has said they're working on guidance, and so we will have to await further information from them in terms of the impact on those sectors that had their indoor operations closed.
And we saw some rallies today with salons and some other businesses saying, hey, we want to be able to open up indoors again. What has to happen for you guys to say, hey, we can go ahead with that now?
Well, we've got to get guidance again from the state. That was a state order that closed the indoor operations of those facilities. I certainly think salons, we haven't seen significant outbreaks or cases from them. They're one that could probably operate safely. But I think that we have to be mindful that we had a whole bunch of entities open, and we saw our cases spike, and we made a change and we saw the cases come down. And so if we were to immediately undo everything we did, it's naturally logical that the cases would then spike again and put us back on the state monitoring list. And so I think the challenge in the days and weeks ahead is to figure out which entities do we think are lowest risk. We've got to get guidance from the state. There's nothing we can do right now. But when we get that guidance, then assess which entities do we think could be allowed a little loosening in a way that would not compromise our low case count, because that is what's vital to continue. And again, it's more important that when we open things, we keep them open than it is that, then we move swiftly and potentially trigger what would be a third wave.
Now, one thing we saw new this weekend was the Del Mar at the beach stepping up its enforcement of face mask policies with sheriff's deputies at the beach approaching people not wearing masks. Any plans from the county to expand on something like that?
Well, that really is at the discretion of each individual city. And so Del Mar is a city that contracts with the Sheriff's Department for enforcement. And so they increased their contract to get more deputies in Del Mar specifically focused on enforcement. In the city of San Diego, we have to work with the San Diego Police Department. In each of the cities, the enforcement posture from law enforcement really is set by the city. At the county, we've significantly increased our number of code compliance health officers who can go out and issue public health closure notices or cease and desist orders or work with businesses to get them in compliance. But when it comes to the law enforcement piece, that really is at the discretion of each individual city.
And it's been a couple of weeks since the county took steps to beef up the compliance team. Can you tell us about complaints or how many complaints they've investigated?
Well, we get a lot of complaints in. It really is assessing from our standpoint at the County Public Health Agency. It's not grandma walking the dog forgot her mask is not really what our folks are focused on. We're focused on those blatant, willful, egregious violators. It's the entity that's supposed to be closed that says we're going to stay open. And so we've significantly increased our staffing so we can get out to those facilities and say, hey, you're in blatant violation of the public health order. Initially, first step, try and gain voluntary compliance. That often works. If not, then we will issue either a cease and desist order or a public health closure notice that gets served by law enforcement. In almost every instance, that works. And then in the rare occasion that doesn't work, then we go back with law enforcement to cite them for the public health violation, and then are dependent upon the district attorney or city attorney in the city to prosecute that. And so we're working closely with all of the 18 incorporated cities to try and be able to move quicker. The reality is, a while back, we weren't moving fast enough. We didn't have the staffing and the systems in place. I think we thought we would see greater compliance, and so we've moved to significantly increase our code compliance health folks who can get out and work with the cities, and we're hopeful moving forward. We're in a posture, particularly for those egregious, blatant, willful violators, that we can move much more swiftly to get them into compliance.
And the state recently uncovered a glitch impacting coronavirus data. Has the county's numbers, are they now in the clear from that backlog?
Well, we thought we were last week. Last week, we had gotten the sense that we were pretty much cleared of all of those backlog of cases, and then through the weekend, they added a few more to us. We do think we're at the tail end of that state backlog, and the governor coming out today and affirmatively saying he thinks San Diego comes off the list tomorrow would seem to indicate that we're through that. From a county standpoint, we can only count and control what we have, and I think we've done a good job of trying to stay up to speed on that. The state obviously had a huge problem with their vendor and their commercial labs. They've switched. I think moving forward it will be good, and we hope that we're clear of the backlog. But I have learned in coronavirus to never say never because it's never quite sure what tomorrow will bring. But it's our hope that the state numbers are updated at this point.
Well, another day of some positive momentum for San Diego County, and Supervisor Fletcher, thank you once again for joining us and giving us your insight.
Thank you, Jason.